Obviously threats of physical violence. People will be followed and shouted at in a public place, when am I getting my money back? So on one sort of low level, intimidation, but nobody wants it. Often threats to property. Cars will be taken instead of loan repayments if they can get hold of the keys, break in, get the keys, take the car away. It's highly localised and tends to operate within the community. So typically someone will try to befriend someone to build a confidence and a trust, only to go on to exploit that later. I mean, they're not really interested in making a one-off loan, frankly. What they're interested in is wanting you to come back and to come back, so that there's a constant flow of repayments, there's a constant income stream for them. Often you won't even pay off the last loan before they're lending you more to pay off the last loan and to go forward. So it's a circle of debt which you never get out of. The people lending the money quite often are women. They're a more acceptable face, if you like, than your stereotypical thug. Nobody would think of approaching someone like that for the money. Often they act as proxies for these harder criminals, if you like, in the background. They may be family members or whatever, but so they're acceptable, if you like. But always in the background there's this veiled threat.
Obviously we get a lot of people coming in with debt generally anyway. We have had some people who will actually admit that they've got a loan shark, or that they've got a loan with a loan shark. The difficulty that we have is that whilst it's pretty clear that they're involved with the loan shark, is they won't admit it. For instance, if we do an income and expenditure, the income there's plenty of income there to cover the expenditure, but people are struggling, and there's usually something behind it, and very often it could be a loan shark. Sometimes we will ask outright, look, are you involved with a loan shark? Sometimes they will say yes. Other times they will just deny it, and they'll talk about, oh no, it's family and friends and what have you. And it could be family and friends, but it could also be the loan shark. Sometimes they will tell us yes, but then they won't let us take it any further, which is very, very difficult. The main message, I think, is to, again, it's difficult because it does take a lot of courage, but report it, speak to somebody, whether it is somebody from the Citizens Advice Bureau, whether it is somebody that you're working with, a social worker or a support worker, and let them report it. And if you don't want them to give your name, at least let them report it anonymously and give details of who the loan shark is, so that they can be investigated.